on this particular machine. That's the ISO I've used. And yes, I am on my beloved CHATWM. So this is what I do, right? I want an ArcoLinux XL with all the software, and I'll just install CHTWM with ATT. Doesn't ring a bell, then you just type ATT and then you'll see that it is this. Now, the topic of the video is Calamares, and Calamares is a way to get your operating system on your hard disk, NVMe and such more, right? So the thing is that you can learn about it on ArcoLinux, you can learn about it on ALCI, you can learn about it in Kali. So there are already many versions based, or you can find a lot of information already about Calamares inside videos and videos, but websites like this in here as well, and utils, Calamares, right? And there is more. There is the ALCI, and ALCI there we use also the ArcoLinux Calamares installer. So once you go there, there's another, how many? Like 41, I guess, videos, and part of it is surely going to be Calamares because we need to get it on our system. So Calamares is a way to get it there. Now, Calamares. Get an account on GitHub, right? Make an account on GitHub. On Calamares, you have to type it twice. On Calamares, there's another Calamares. This is it. This is where all the code goes, and all the developers from Manjaro and so many other distros work together and make this code. You see some names down here, right? Contributors, lots of people make this. Now, at this point in time, the latest release, look at the date, we're today, April, August last year. So August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and April, 8 months, right? So since 8 months time, there was not an official release since then. In the meantime, with ArcoLinux, I've made my own releases, right? I said, okay, let's cut off here the code from here. We'll use that particular bit of code and go on. So if you see at the releases, they did release something they called 3.3 Alpha 2 and August 24, 2022. Again, quite old. So my ISOs, my Calamares and ArcoLinux and Kali have moved on. They have the 3.3 from a certain date. Easy to remember for me. It was around Valentine's Day that I've made it, and then Easter, I guess. No, 1st of April, I guess. It's another big time to remember, right? So you have to decide at some point in time, this code that is from 3 weeks ago is valid. I'll use that code and I'll make my own package. That's what's now needed to do, since we don't get any Calamares releases, which is a pity because it made it our work very easy. We just read our latest news, I think, right? And then we read this and we knew, okay, that is changed, I should check that, I should check that. So that communication is no more. Okay, so that's a little bit of background. On ALCI, we have also a package build. So if you want to have something, you need to build something. And there is the configuration, all on the GitHub. And there is the application, which I'm looking for. Here it is, right? And I've named two of them. One is called dev for development, and the other guy is just ALCI. And as you see, I've been following quite long already all the versions of Calamares. But what's missing here is the 3.3. You see? So the ALCI Calamares development, let's do that one first. If I want to have something like this, I'll do a Control-C and a Control-V. All of this is online, right? All of this is online. Let's see if we can find it. GitHub. Get the building code from GitHub. ALCI package build. Calamares. The dev version 2 months ago, right? All of this is online. So I like to make with you a 3.3 version. Shall we give it a number already? 3.3, 1. Or we can give it another name, right? But it needs to have a reference somehow. So 3.3. I do believe they've given it the name alpha or something. I've done that anyway. And let's see if we can track it down. We probably can't. Not the very last. So I'm thinking, where can we get the code? If we go to back, and then scroll up, back, and we go to the Carly latest build, Carly GitHubs, yes. And we find the Carly package builds. We find the Calamares. Yes, we can copy paste, right? Always a good thing to be able to copy paste. So this code is already thought through. It's already working. It's working, right? You know that if you download the ISO of Carly and you install it, you see that it works. So it always is interesting to grab things. They say, okay, let's see what this does. And you see I do exactly the same thing. I started with the Manjaro build of Philip Muller. And you can start Googling package build Calamares and then find other ways to build a package. Ways that are old, ways that are new, ways that are wrong, right? But also ways that are right. So raw, Control A, Control C. And I'll make a new document, empty file. I'm gonna call it also package build. But this time I'm gonna add Carly, right? Double click. Drag. Control V. Save. Now this guy, he knows he's bash, and this guy, plain text, bash. All right. Quit this, compare this with Melt. Melt is a tool you can use. So this is a package build from Carly. I'm gonna incorporate some more stuff so that you get more references. But first of all, that's gonna be our number. So super C. Well, yeah. What do I have here? Nothing. I did not copy paste anything. So that's our package version. There has to be order. So you know later on what's still in there. This is our first attempt to do it. So this is the attempting This is the attempting, and that's the official version, so to speak. And this is the date, 23 March 6, no, year 23, March the 3rd, the 6th of March, right? Some way of knowing that's the time when I made it, or that's the code that I'm grabbing. Both of them are good, right? A reference point. Now, close without saving. This should be saved. No, this should not be saved. Close without saving. I did something wrong, I think. Yep, I did something wrong. So that one, Control C, and that one like so. This one we call ALCI Calamares dev. I could have called it chair or sun or sunny delight or anything like that, right? It's just a name, but that's the official package and the official references to it. That's why it has an underscore, right? Sometimes I use it. Okay. Now we can melt. So now I've got myself the proper reference, compare, and there were a lot of differences, right? There were a lot of differences, or not. What did I do wrong? Is this okay? I'll have to double check myself. This one and that one, compare. Okay, cool. Didn't do anything wrong. So this is the reference between old and new, and that's another reference between compare, package build, these two guys. Okay, fine. So yes, now we're gonna compare the other two guys, right? So in here, we need to compare these two guys. That might be a little bit different, as you saw earlier on. So that text is cool. We're gonna keep ALCI Calamares dev. That's our name. It's coming from, this is Kali, right? This works. So the URL is, we're not going to use the releases folder or the releases file. Let's show you here. Package name, package version. So that actually means go get a tar.gz called, I don't know, 36 and so on, right? 63.1 and so on. We don't want that. We want a Git version, a Git, right? That one. So yes, we want that. Here they're talking about KBus add-ons. And here we have KPM core. The version is always the last version. So this is just a check. But this is new. I've changed that in Kali. I've gonna change it here. And here are some references to frameworks, and KBus add-on is here as well. So it's double now. So I'm gonna follow. Let's see. Watch out, Eric. You are gonna make mistakes. There's the make depends, who has in here K parts, like so. I have a conflicts that's empty, so we can get rid of that. And there's an upstream Qt that's there. Control C. Oh. Like so. Save. What are the differences? KBus add-ons. Let's see if we can just copy paste everything over. This is just a space, and that is the space we need. So the only thing we add is the KBus add-ons. Depends here, make depends, fine, cool, boom, it's there. But I need to double check always. The source is no longer the source coming from I have to watch out here. It's no longer the source coming from a version, from Git, so that's cool. But I see in Carly we got rid of all the checksums somehow. So checksums here. And here we have a Calamares desktop, Calamares Polkit. And here I haven't. Well, let's investigate. No, I haven't. How did I change that? You see the references to Manjaro still in there, right? Keeping everything in, so I can always compare what I did. I find it strange. But this is a commit of a certain day. You see, commit. I want to have everything until that commit. All the sources have gone. We have a copy, so we can always go back. So I'm gonna follow this guy. And installations off, that's the same here. Installation off. And KDE settings, we've done that here as well. Yep, that's okay. Patches here. Change version there. We want to keep this numbering system, nothing else. That's why we don't use it. And this is now not a package version, but just a folder. These are all spaces. There is one thing that's different. The web view, and yes, we don't use the web view, so we can skip it, the skip modules. Now that's that. And then we're not using package name, package version, since it does not exist. It exists here. Not used, not used, not used, not used, not used, all not used. And the only difference is the name and the version, the package release. Let's see. We save both, that's fine. And build Calamares is a script that says build it, basically, and then move it somewhere, moving to a certain destination, and then remove the sources. And then we investigate. In here, nope, nothing there. So we're missing, starting to prepare, cloning into ALCI, Calamares dev, line 27. Line 27, he wants to go into the source directory Calamares. And we told him that the source is the package name. Okay, the source is the underscore package name. I need him to go inside Calamares, I think. Let's see. So I have the source. And there's Calamares. And we're building. Now, Calamares has a GitHub, has a commit, and the last commit was this one. That's the last commit, Control C. And this is rubbish in the sense that it's text, right? Doesn't change our code, so it doesn't matter. If we take this one or this one, this is more. This is something else. Respects LD flags from environment during build. Whatever that is, right? That's something that is code. That's verified, I see. Okay. Because what I was thinking is, what if I make this the best possible? 230306. Probably a date, 230306. That's when I made it, probably. Because it says March 21. And that's March 06, Eric. 06, 06, 06, 06. Yep. Probably gonna point to this one, DA29. DA29. Here. DA295EA. O or 0, I don't know. Right? Copy paste. Don't make mistakes like that. So this one could be grabbed, and then we have the last code, and this is newer than ArcoLinux or Kali. The only thing I need to do is change this, but let it do its work. And first go check, right? So you have here the ALCI Calamares dev that's now built. And well, we can't check anymore because that one needs to go. That one is also unimportant. I'm just wondering, these two guys, what it did to it. But what you should do, right? Do what you say and say what you do. ALCI, package build, Calamares, dev. If you've done this, okay, let's keep it. Control C, Control V. Look at the dates. Where's the dates? We can't see the date. But this I need. Control C. The date is March 21. March 21. So you know what's in there. And this is the reason why I've chosen that well, naming or date in that fashion, that it always, the last one is always, most recent one is always the last one. Wow. Okay. So package build. Control find. So this is gonna be also 21 then. Our first try to build it. And we need to have something else as commit. Control V. Let's check that again. That's an important thing. AP85, yeah. 5. Okay. So that's also there. Now, in order for me to see that what happens to these guys, I'm gonna make the package, because every build can be different, right? Every build can be different. And you will notice if you compare Calamares builds between other distros, you'll see that there are very strange things in there, right? Deviant things and Arch things, and so many different kind of ways of doing things. That's the marvel, the magic of Calamares. You can use it for anything as long as Linux. Now the advantage of doing this like that, make package, is that I get a package folder and then I can investigate. I need to get certain files in certain places. So that's what we're gonna investigate. Now, while it's working, that's the thing, right? These things here. They're not used. Was it always like that? I don't know. I guess not. So it's a different approach in Carly than in ALCI, which is okay. As long as it works. That's the main thing, right? Figure it out as long as it works. This is clean. Okay, we can push that online, and this I can't push online because it contains all this, right? But I have to wait till this is filled in. Almost there. So I got myself something to install. That's this, right? And sign maybe as well. The package that I'll have, that's the folder, right? The container, user, bin. I'll have this to start it. Include lib Calamares, check, lib, all the libraries, and the share applications, Calamares desktop, Calamares branding, icons, and there's a pull kit as well. Sure enough, we can use this to test it. So this is the very last version. 21 was it, huh? Yeah, okay. So this one is better than the one we've built, right? This is newer. So this one, let's clean up, can go. This one needs to be signed. GPG, detach, sign, ALCI, Calamares, def. Oh yeah, true. There is no signing here. Whew, I was smart here. Carly has signing. ALCI, we go to ALCI, to the repos. There's already a guy in there, right? Remember? There is already this guy in here that we've just built together. But this one is the very last. So that's the one we need. And we're gonna up that to the GitHub of Microsoft, we have to say, github.com. So this is the thing you do. You use two packages, a development package, so nobody gets into trouble when you update this thing, and a regular package that everybody uses until you decide that the development package is good enough for the release. What I need to do is wait. I need to be patient. Now the ALCI has the def, so this one has in here, control find Calamares. We activate, put it to Perl. That's easy, that's near, but now it isn't. Come on. Perl, voila. So this guy here is the one we use. That's the development, this is the application, that is the configuration, and that's the one we've now created together, right? So that's the one I'm gonna build. These are online, and all you need to do is again go to the installation scripts here and then 40. And wait. Well, let's do, and let's see if it's already there. If it's not, it's not. And we'll stop it. So here you see that's going to use 3.61. Stop. All right, Control C. That's not the one I want. I want the new guy, 3.3 and so on. That's not the one I want. Now, if you think pushing it back to the internet on GitHub is gonna help, nope, it's not gonna help. So, Super F7, Super F7. We are going to check out the settings in the meantime. Def. Settings that I have is this and this and that. Advanced. This is a bug at this point in time. I can disable it so I don't see the bug. Description. Setting UEFI. So we are gonna mimic a new system. 16.8. Half. Processor is half in the CPUs. Enable this one. Acceleration default. Display all the way up. VBox SVJ is old, I think. I think we need to be VM SVJ now. So let's do that. Remote display. Recording, storage, audio. Let's enable it. Network. Normally I disable it. What's the point in having music inside your thing? I mean, whatever, right? Just a test. It is a sandbox. It's not for your... this is important. Show in full screen seamless. Put it off, I think. This is the correct state, I think, for things like this one. CHDWM, DWM3, BSPWM, awesome. The tiling window managers. Let's see. There we have 3.3.0, and then it says 230, but it's actually 2023, the year, and then 0321. All the rest, while it's building, we'll have a look. So what is all the rest? That's the configuration. So we have ALCI, there's a Calamares config and a dev version. etc Calamares. This is what I'm using for the system to be set up. Not sure if there's anything in there that I say I should change. Let's have a look. This is maybe a tip, right? Things that you need to do at a certain point. There is this kind of timeline thingy. Do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. And at some point in time, you want to do something before you do certain things, and as certainly you're gonna need to do something at the end. So not everything is covered with Calamares. Sometimes you have your own ideas and your own solutions, and you say, I'm good in Bash, I'm good in Python, I'm good in C++, whatever, right? And you start coding in your own expertise, basically. And then you say, run that at the end, run that somewhere in the beginning or before a certain thing, right? So here we're running something before we start with packages, we do some stuff. And at the very end, before we say, let's shut down, before that, we do some other stuff. So if you have a look at Ubuntu and all the others, right? And Lubuntu, and there's so many who use Calamares. It's often the case that there is some kind of file that's gonna clean up thingy, making sure that the end result is what we want. All right. Not much to look at. So it's actually a quite small one. That's also the point. Carly is bigger, ArcoLinux is huge, right? And these are the configuration files. All the applications are somewhere else. This is the configuration, how we would like to do some things and partition things and finish and stuff like that. But I let you read all these because basically it is, as usual, read, right? There are 4 usual values: never, user unchecked, user checked, always, and then you decide, user checked, and so on. Making the ISO takes a while, but look at that, right? Already 1/5 almost, right? And we're ready to test it and see if this Calamares works. Next one, and actually we can do that in the meantime. Let's assume that it works, right? Let's use another desktop. And what we need to do is the package builds. Package build. If we go to Calamares, this one, so that's the one we've created. Control C, yeah, sure, Control C, and then Control V. I've got myself the same here in the ALCI Calamares. The main difference being the name, of course. Oh, look at that, it's still there. Okay, that one can go. So the main difference is ALCI Calamares, not dev, not development, but this one. And all the rest, right? We've changed a lot of things. We just switched from the Carly build, right, to the inside ALCI. It doesn't really matter, but we did. So basically, the easiest way to do things. Oh no, my mistake. I shouldn't do this at all. Everything stays the same. Got it. All right, my mistake. So this guy, the only thing basically I should change is that it's not dev. All the rest is the same, huh? That's why we use variables like this. It's just the package that changes, the name that changes. All the rest, untouched. All right. So we can build it already, but before we build it, I would like to test it, right? Is this any good? Is this working? So this is the 2.1, yes. And if we gonna use this one, well, this is a little bit more difficult in the sense of activating something from one folder and another folder. You have to have this one open. So this one is that folder. Go up, go in, go down. That's a bit a pity workflow wise. Voila. So package build Carly can go. The only difference should be the name. And then we surely know that that's gonna work. We package it in a different folder, package name, and that's it. All right, check, right? Check. How are you? Almost getting there. With ALCI project is close to Arch, right? It's luckily ArcoLinux has admitted the Arch install script. Otherwise, we would be sitting down in secondary school and writing a punishment on paper, because that's if you know how to install ArcoLinux, right? If you know how to install ArcoLinux, then it's deciding it's an old machine, it's a new machine, and you start typing all these commands in. You follow the tutorial, and you have to get your keys in, and you have to partition everything. Okay, I know it's 15 minutes, but it's 15 minutes too much of typing, right? And that's what is the reason why ALCI exists. There is something called a GUI, a graphical user interface, Calamares, that gets things rolling. And that's what we do, basically. So we've kept very close to the Arch Linux ISO, that's why I went there, right? It is Arch with an installer. So Arch Linux, choose a disk file, ALCI ISO out, nope. This is the def. That's my date. So the only difference is the date, but it's called Arch Linux. Doesn't have a nice logo because it's Arch. It looks like booting up from Arch. Why? Because it is not the point in this project to make it nice or anyway. It's Arch, right? We want to have this. This is the Arch welcome. The only thing is that I made is changing Arch in ALCI. So yeah, I changed a few letters, right? That is Arch. And all the mitigation, we'll leave it as is. It's in there, just like Arch. There is no design. Carly is a little bit of design. This is pure XFCE ArcoLinux. Control F. Control F. Too bad. Not this system, right? Not full screen. And then we have to get the Calamares installer. And that's the thing, right? Did we not create something in here? I wonder. I should get another system to see if there was a Calamares installer on the desktop. I do think there was one, or was it on Carly? So we have 3 projects. And yeah, which one was it again? No Calamares. Install system. The design is a little bit off here. Oh yeah, that's true. I had that in the other as well. Next, New York. So it doesn't know I'm in Belgium. So we need to fix the design, and we need to fix where it's gonna get this info. But is the application working? Fonts didn't do anything, right? Didn't do anything. I want to keep close to Arch. Stop. All right. While he's doing that, I have to check out the configuration of the dev. So ALCI, the branding, the default. There was something in the branding we had to fix. Oh my God, it's been too long ago. I think in the branding description, look at this. I think it was a capital S in sidebar. Yep, I know. If you don't like these things, don't start building ISOs. Don't start the distro. It's a misery. Figuring out, it's actually going from one challenge to the next. And if that's not your thing, right, don't start with it. So we have our Calamares. We have, let's stick to the config of Excel. We have to choose one, right? This one. What did we do in the past? Here are Calamares changes. Capital S. Good, Eric. Not that bad. Capital S. That was really bugging me. Really. Save. So that's one thing. So that's the colors to the site. Ah yeah, and that was the GOIP thingy. So that was this one, major change. All right, those are all files. Calamares change. It's a lot of packages we enable you to download and install. But there was something else. There was something else. GeoIP. Right? You go and download this one. No, not like that. You go to the folder. If that doesn't open, you go to the folder. Extract here. Where are you? Extract here. Calamares. I think it's GeoIP or something. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? That's the download. So this one I don't need anymore. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Nope. ALCI, Calamares config dev, development, yes. Calamares modules, yes. So in the locale, don't have it. And in the welcome, have it. And that's the line. Control find GeoIP. It's another line. This one. Come on. Control Z and Control V. What was it then? Maybe I need to this is the welcome conf. Huh? So let's have a look. That is ubiquity. Maybe I need a locale.conf. Was there some reason? I think it was that downloads. It's a new Calamares. It's 3.3, something new. And yeah, kind of had to figure it out because there was no tutorial anywhere. And here you have version 1. So another URL. I think we need this. And then it's testing, right? Then it's testing. So if we do this and have a look again, check our work, we do this as change and we add locale.conf. And that's it. Out. Oh my god, wrong folder. ALCI config dev, this one. Up to the internet you go. So design or CSS and with the GeoIP locale. That's what we did. Stop. That's online. It's not on the ISO. I need to build it first. This one, build it. It's month April. So that's that. Make me the package, please. Don't need to sign it, so happy. Super. Control X here. Control X, and we go up and up. And the repo is here, that's there. Control V. So this one goes, right? Automatically. But I'll delete it quickly. And that goes online. How's my installation going? Proc must be mounted. Yeah, we saw that. What was that again? Finished with exit code. Proc must be mounted. What did I do to overcome that again? We could have a look at let's do another desktop downloads, and then I think, yeah, you never know, rgproc mount configuration. Might it be that the mount conf, Control C. So the one up, this is the Calamares dev, yes. Control V, yep, there was no mount configuration. Perl, extra mounts, proc, and stuff for Bootloader FS. Let's see. Shouldn't let it wait so long. Proc mount, because you tend to forget. Package build. Immediately change the number, right? Don't be don't make a mistake. Simple as that. Don't make a mistake. Up the number, up the number, up the number, Eric always says. You'll be wasting hours to figure out why is this not working. Up the number. Okay. Then in this ISO, I don't think I can test this out, since the ALCI repo is not there. Nope. Control W. Right. Now we know sure. Yeah, I stop the thing here. Stop the thing. Stop the thing. Shut down. Shut down. So we have to rebuild it anyway. So no, don't shut down. Let me check hardened. There is no ISO in there. Control find, Control F, I mean. Shut down. So inaccessible. Who is accessible? This one is accessible. Okay, then it is. Nice. Boot manager. Let's boot up from the CD-ROM. All I want to know is, in ALCI, did we have Calamares on the desktop, or do we need to search for it in the settings? I don't recall. Aha, it auto boots. So didn't do that on ours, didn't auto boot. And that's the drag drop. You see, that's the bug that is currently in VirtualBox. That's the switch I turned off in the video. So yeah, we need to auto reboot. Okay. So our Calamares, our setup, isn't doing that. So let's fix that as well. We come back for you later. So the build of Calamares might be working. We don't know yet. But time-wise, this we've done. Calamares needs to be rebuilt. So this one we've done. That one is done. And then we're gonna build the Calamares itself. This one, another time. But before I do that, I'm gonna check this out. So we are going to add Calamares desktop to the XDG auto start Calamares and the Palmis Bulkit and so on. Look at that. Now some of these things are double, I think. So that's good to know. So these guys used to be in the old config. That's the 61. So this guy had this, right? Now they had also the files. They are already there. Cancel. They're already there. Let's open this one then. We need this as source. And we need more sources here as well. That as source. Let's align it a little bit. Save. So we got that. Now Calamares Bulkit is, I think, not necessary, since it was possible to install it. The only way to know that is not use it. But what we do want is Calamares to auto boot, and that's this XTG auto start. Save. Let's see. Ooh, you know what I did wrong? Normally I make a copy paste of this folder and start renumbering them, right? So now I didn't do that. So I'll just renumber here. Number 2, save. Let's make the package, see if it builds actually without mistakes. And then we can see if the 2 files that I've typed update package sums and do it again. Then we can see if the files that I've omitted, so these guys down here, are needed. My guess is with the config that we have, Calamares has the Calamares Bulkit and has the 49 no password by default. But we better check. 59 minutes. So 1, 2, 1 hour of video. If you think this is long, right? It isn't. But this is work you need to do on a regular basis if you start developing an ISO. We still don't know if the mount thing is gonna be the solution. What we can do in the meantime is in the downloads in here, right mouse click, where are you? Git ahead. I can't, can I? It's a zip. Damn it, it's a zip. It's not a git clone. I should get back and git clone it. Almost there. Where's my browser? I closed my browser. I did. So be it. All right. Whatever. I can't get in the packages. If you think that's possible, you have to wait. That's how busy the CPUs are. But it's almost finished, I think. Yep. So yes. Let's see. I get this, I get that. I got XDG auto start. Yep, it's gonna work. User binary as Calamares. There is an include lib Calamares. And we have lib here. I'm missing the pull kit. Where's the pull kit? Pull kit, actions. I think this is going to be exactly the same thing. Run installer. Let's have a look. Calamares pull kit. Oh no, it's not. User bin Calamares. And it's also user bin Calamares. I've used the -d, the debugging, which actually I prefer. It gives you more information about Calamares. So it has been decided. I'll use that. And that's it, right? Yep, that's it. Okay, so we need to rebuild it. So it's void. And I need this to include the Calamares pull kit. That's what I decided. Yes. And change that one as well. Okay. That's decision time. That's rules, pull kit 1, rules D, and that's the smod change modus. All right, I'm go for this one. And actually I should do another number, but this time I did not push to the internet yet. So GitHub has no clue that I changed already in numbering system. Or didn't we? I don't think we did. So 3, save. It does not cost you any money, right? Up the number, up the number. What's Eric saying? Up the number. And doing it like this with make packages. Wait a moment. Yep, okay. The checksums are here. Doing it like this, you can actually see what's going on. The end result is there. And then you move it to the other, or sign it even, and put it on the repo. But the other script is this, and then you don't see all of that. And Well, yeah, I do see, I think, but it gets moved, deleted automatically, so I don't have to do it manually. And now we have to test it again. I'm gonna stretch my legs and pause. Well, it's finished. We've got ourselves something new. So double check it. Always double check your work. User application, we've got the Calamares desktop, we've got branding there, that's not really used. Some icons, some languages, few, man, and the pull kit is there for actions. Okay, and then we go, let me check the pull kit again, that's quite important. Actions, this one is, yeah. That's the user, etc. And here's another pull kit. Yeah, that's that one. Okay, that's mine, and that's the auto start. Okay, it looks like we have a go to build again. Now remember, GitHub, lazy. So Control X. And then we go to repository, which is here, there, Control V. And that's the last one, fine. And then we go and up the number, well, up the data. Oh, come on, caps lock. Why are you doing this to me? I'll pause the video again here because GitHub needs to know, hey, there's something new there. But did we now push the new configuration? Let's see. Date modified. We have pushed that one and that one today. Yep. Right. Yes. 0419. Yes. We just have to wait for the guy. Let's test it out. Control C. You cannot really see it here, so we need to go up there. ALCI. ALCI. So there are two batches in there. Here is that one, and then you go to the Z somewhere in the middle, and you start again with A. Calamares. That's the good one. That's the bad one. It's number 3 we need to have. So let's pause, and I'll come back to the machine later. Let's try again. Look at the time up there and get an idea how long it takes. Quick full screen to see the numbers. Number 3, bingo. Right? Okay, let them do the work and we wait. Let's pause the video a little bit. Just looked at the screen and look at that. There it is. Yes. Did we solve it? Super F7. Zen, no. Def, yes. So this is still the same ISO. It's overwritten again and again and again today, right? It's a date stamp, timestamp, or whatever you want to call it. But this is new, right? ALCI install medium. Yep. Okay, go ahead. We'd like Calamares to pop up. Boom. Magic. No, XCG. And then the rest. If you're serious of becoming an ISO builder, right? That's what we call it, a distro maker, whatever you want to call it. You make an account on github.com, Calamares and Calamares. You subscribe to that one. All kind of possibilities. Let's do F2FS. Voila, with Hibernate. Choose, right? And since there are no official releases as such explaining the jumps, what changed between version 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it's now 8 months of coding without really any information, how I've solved it is just subscribe and read every single line that comes in, post that comes in your mail, and then more or less you're acquainted with the big names and the big changes. Not of course with the smaller ones, but you have some idea of what's going on in the coding. So yeah, we've got our CSS sorted out here, the naming with the capital letter there, and it's debugging, so it's official. We can debug this thing, and that's what I'd like to have. And here we can see some more stuff. If you see something going wrong, then that's possible. It's a decision, right? It's the -D, Calamares, -D from debugging. So we see this and get some more intel, because otherwise this thing is empty and doesn't show you anything. And of course, yeah, can't learn from that. And for the rest, yeah, you can change all these QML things, these images. But make it a little bit bigger if you like that. System, blah, 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 blah. Where are you? Settings manager, display, that one, apply, keep this one. So the images can become bigger or smaller. Now we have this one. Did we not do that? Display manager. So we need the display manager.conf. Back to the drawing board, right? Really close, power off. That's the build. I'll keep that one there. And we go to, luckily we have something. Oh, we have something to fall back to. There's ArcoLinux, there is Carly, and sure enough, there will be ALCI as well. So what I wanted to do is go to the downloads, go in here, go in here, go in here, and there is something about the display managers.c, Control C, ALCI, Calamares, config def, there he is, Control V, and what's in there? There we say that we have SDDM, start XFCE, XFCE false. That's gonna be a problem, because all these guys are different. I think. Was that necessary? I can't know that because ArcoLinux and Carly had that in the past already. So the def is XFCE. That's correct. Is it SDDM? I don't know. I think I've chosen all of them SDDM, but I have to check. Control find SDDM, check. Is there anywhere Lithium? No, they're not used. That's text, that's readme. That's also text. I think we're good for all the rest. So the where are you? Here he is. We're gonna add this. Yep, okay. Update. Nope, don't do that, Eric. People are watching you. All right. And then the package build. Where are you? Package build. I think I've organized it differently on date. Def. Up the number, he always says, up the number. Done. You're out. Not open, delete. Super X, no, Control X, sorry. And then to the repo it goes, to the repo it goes, Control V. And then we're going to update again. And we have to wait for GitHub again. Now, I'm wondering one thing. The ALCI def has a pacman.conf and it refers to ALCI. All right. If I take this one, put it on my second screen, that's online. That will work eventually, right? Eventually, we'll get there. What I'm thinking now, if I boot from the ISO, can I add the ALCI repo to it rather than building it? So the only thing I'm gonna change in the workflow is I'm not gonna build the ISO. I will eventually, right? But I want to have a quick check. Is this the last error that we're gonna have, or is there another error later on? So this works, cool, and cancel. Really want to quit? Yes. Sudo nano. Oh, there we go. Sudo nano etc and then pacman.conf. At the end, I'm gonna type ALCI underscore repo. So this is something you better put on the ISO already, somewhere in a document, so I can just delete the hashtags. But here I have to type now everything. Sig level equals optional trusted only server. Where can I find stuff? HTTPS ArcoLinux Calamares ArcoLinux Calamares, and then still installer ALCI.github.io/, then the variables repo, that's wrong, and $arch. Super Control X, and yes, please save that, double check. Then we update. Does not exist here. This is Arch. That's enough. Okay. And what if I say to update everything? Then I get my new dev in. You see? So the idea is, on the fly, in the live environment, do your testing. Now at this point in time, I've closed Calamares. I've closed it. And it's actually coming from here, etc xdg, how to start Calamares, to this guy. I can launch it, that's cool. So I really am doing exactly the same thing as what I normally would do. Launch it from there. Ooh, look at that. Brussels didn't notice that. Yeah, he knows where I live. So geo IP works. Let's just go for it. Next, install and stop. And we wait for the finishing message. Let's hope we get there, right? Pausing the video. And then sure enough, right? Yay! Installed. Restart now. So yes, the 3.2.61 to 3.3 is a big jump. It's 8 months of code. Should be a big jump, right? So what we're gonna do is log out, get this out of our system here, go out and go in and have a look. So we've got our grub issue, right? We can install it, but we can't do anything with it. So that's an issue again. How do we solve this one again? Close, power off. Let's see for real, because we've done too much of testing. So we're first gonna go for a new ISO. That's the first thing, first step, logical step. A new Calamares, a new configuration, and test that. Who knows? Maybe there's still another thing to resolve. Anyway, let's pause the video here. While it's busy, maybe we can have a quick look at the download from Carly. No Calamares. And we have here the modules, and there is something about grub in here. And it's gonna move here. This is what we have. Does it need anything like it? I don't know. We'll see. So we have a file here, grub, that we don't have in ALCI. Let's see if we have it, right? Modules. There is no grub reference here. Doesn't mean it's not gonna work, but we know already, we've seen it already now. If that's the case, we can do something about it. Let's pause again. It's finished. We better go and have a look at the Super F7 and then get it in there. The dev out of today of 9:59, so 4 minutes ago. Open it up, boot from it. Make sure you boot from it, so I think that's correct, right? If you have already installed something, you need to go to the BIOS setting or the UEFI setting of VirtualBox. This is okay. And let's see if there is still something else that number 3.3 needs. And off we go. Let's pause the video again. So we're back at the end, but we've seen it already before, right? Is this successful? Is there a log or some kind I can see? So it might be a problem or not. And it is a problem, right? It is a problem because we're back at the ISO, I think. Let's get rid of this. And be sure, if you see all these yellow AFI things, you know, that's the problem, right? So we definitely need something more. And it was not smart of me. I wanted actually to look at the log, but the switch was on there. So I rebooted. I'll make it, it's a tutorial, right? So I'll reinstall and stop at the end and see if we can find something in the logs that can give us a clue of what's going on. I actually wonder if at some point in time, yeah, we can do an arch route and all that, but what's the point, right? Let's just reinstall, but not reboot. What we can do as well, in the meantime, next install. Let's take a look. What do we have? ALCI. This one, that one. In here. Here it starts, right? Everything starts with that one. So at the very end, when I have something like grub CFG, but we do not have a module of grub CFG. No, we don't. So them probably is not going to use the code at all. So let's not waste time. Let's just not waste time. There are other things to do in life, right? So grub CFG conf, Control C, and then put that one in here. I need the grub configuration. That's that. grub.conf. Well, cfg.conf. Let's go to the package build. There, that one, this one, number 4 already, right? This is unchanged real life development. Frustrating, frustrating, frustrating. Again, again, try again. Figure it out. Nobody's gonna help you. Maybe Eric with all his videos, but that's it. There are some good guys, I know. It's not that black and white as I picture it, but it is mainly you. You need to figure out things and come up with workarounds and all that. So let's see if that works. Now you know it's gonna be too fast, so I have some time. This was the thing, right? Don't keep it there, otherwise you reboot. Is there something I can check? Is there anything I can check? This is unmounted in the meantime. In the root folder, I can get inside the root folder. Can I become root? No, I can't. Without password. So I need to see what's in here, because what's in here is not helping me. Oh, what's this? Is this from now? 8 o'clock this morning. No, but there's maybe clock difference as well. Might be. So at the end somewhere is grub. He says does not, a lot of things do not exist. Control find. I think we best type in grub. Warning, no config file grub cfg found anywhere at. So that's your queue. Maybe I should have that. Starting job. Doesn't say a mistake here anyway. So if you don't give something, he's gonna go to user lib calamares grub main py to this guy. That's the file. Maybe it needs parameters, or maybe we use defaults. But there is this warning here, but it's the same with this one and that one and that one, right? So we'll have to test it out. We're giving them something now. Let's see. Number 4, is that the last one? I think so, number 4. Let's see. All right, then we'll just have to wait. Pausing again. All right, time again to test. And this is what we do, right? This is building, 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 and building again. That's life of an ISO builder, and it's your choice to do it or not. Let me just do something on my other computer system. Voila. So we boot it up. Nice. Next. Next. Belgian. Next. Erase. Next. Full name. Like that. Next. Install. Oh, no. I want to see. Somewhere around here, he'll say something about grub. So this is all in modules, and the module that we're looking at is the unpack the file system. Maybe at the top there's some reference of grub already. Let's have a look. So your branding is there. Bootloader. We did not add that either, did we? Just don't want to copy paste from Carly or from, oh, that's an idea, from ArcoLinux. But this is what you need to do if you don't have any resources. You have to figure it out yourself. Close other tabs and then go to github.com/ArcoLinux ISO, I think. Yep. So in here there is also a Calamares. Repositories. Stop. This way, this guy updated last week. Download zip. It's actually better, more interesting, not better, but more interesting if you clone it. And if you clone it, we are gonna put it somewhere out of sight. Git clone. And why is it interesting? Because I can do this. What did he change? He changed this and that. Yeah, get all that. Okay, that's rubbish. I changed locale.conf. So here it is, right? That's something we did as well. The locale. So I'm going to check what did I change in the other one. I was playing around with the code and the display managers. We've done that as well. The mount proc, check. We found that as well. I should have checked this before, right? Ah, we need the bootloader.conf. Oh yeah. Ah, it won't work. We need the bootloader. And then this one. And here you see the capital letters. So much fun. A week went by before I figured out that it needed capital letters. Pfft. A waste of my life. And here we're very far in the past. So this is March, 10th of March. So we kind of know that we're gonna have a fail because of the bootloader.conf. Calamares. Modules. This one. Okay. Let's see, do we have a fail? We don't. It does not need it. And then we reboot and then we say he does need it. System shutdown. So life can be fun. Bootloader is something we need. This is coming from the Calamares config. Check. It's gonna go to the ALCI config def etc Calamares modules Control V. Now this is called Carly. Can't leave it like that. We better give it the name ALCI then. And all the rest is good, huh? Save. There we go again. Same procedure. And that's why I like working on CHDWM. You can keep everything in a workflow kind of thing. Every desktop is the next step. This is the, what do we call it? Grub. Let's see. We've added bootloader.conf. Bootloader.conf. And then you go to the next ISO, so the next place, and then you go for Eric. So if it's online, so, well, let's delete that one as well. Hey, number 4. I can't seem to change that. enfin. So we've got here the push, then we have the build, and you put them next after each other. Then we have the build, because you're building all the time. That is number 5. Then you're gonna make the package. Next desktop is gonna be the ALCI repo, where you're gonna push it to the internet, and then it's a workflow thing. Change, build, move, push. All right. 5 stays, 4 is gone. Let's hope that's the last of them all. Let's do a check later. While let's do a check now. So with git cloned, not downloaded, with git cloned Calamares configuration, we check this out with that one or that one. Git find is not is installed. Oh, Eric, it is installed, and you can have a look at this way. Test. Get all GitHubs, locale.conf. So I've changed this. Let's go in here, open up Sublime Text, drag this here, and then close everything up. The modules. We're looking at the locale.conf. I'm looking at locale.conf. Bit too wide. Don't need this actually. So this one and that one. This one and that one are exactly the same. Now, I believe it is an escape. No, it's, oh yeah, it is escape to move back up. And here we have the welcome.conf. Do we have the welcome.conf here? Yes. Does it have GUIP ubiquity? Yeah, we've got the same thing. So here, escape, escape, escape. Display manager. We've got here cinnamon, because that was our switch in Carly. Display manager, we've got SDM and StartXFCE, so that's good. False, 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 false. Okay. Escape, escape. In the meantime, I believe it's long enough. Let's see. If GitHub finds my new file, number 5, is that correct? Number 5, that's correct, number 5. So we keep on checking. Display manager, what was this? I think, yep. Mount proc, we've done that too. The mount configuration, don't need to check. Escape, escape. Grub configuration, yeah. Ooh, I hope we have that correct. I don't know, let's check. Branding, default. Description. Control find ALCI. All good. Oh, look at that. Could change the date. Not that it is important, but just for the reference. So we're at least 3 years busy on ALCI now. Yeah, probably. Huh? It's long. Didn't know that. Escape. New branding, that's 3 months ago almost. March 9, maybe. When 2023. Ah, yeah, that's Carly, of course. What we normally do as well, I haven't done here. Okay, wallpaper from Wallhaven. That's variety, guys. Learn about variety. Gives you all kinds of fun stuff. Abstract, minimal, space, sci-fi. And I don't have to look for them. They're just there. So what I was going to say is I did say at some point in time in the video, you need to have a place where you get the Calamares code in. You have to make an account. You have to make sure that you know what's going on that department. Type it twice, Calamares, Calamares. That's it. That's all fits code. Okay, so what we should do from time to time is have a look at the differences. So this is melt, and let's take another folder, and then you go to ALCI, you go to the config dev, you go to etc, you go to Calamares, and you have to compare all the files. So you have to compare this one as well. This one is here, so compare these two with each other. That one goes there, and that one goes there, and from time to time check it out. Is there new stuff? There's new explanation. So the right one is the new text. I can add the new text if I wanted to, right? But it's, in my case here, not important. But check it out. These are the difference with the default Calamares. Okay, that's one thing. Then we have all these modules and all these configurations. They're here, source, modules. And for instance, the bootloader. I think we need to do a new one. Let's see if that works. Nope. So new guy, file, bootloader from here, and the bootloader from there. We compare it and we'll see the differences. Now some of the things are just gibberish, so in this case all the text is gone. So I did my reading basically and deleted all the reading, right? So I keep just the code. But other things, other suggestions, this is what I've been using like for years, and I have something like, if it works, keep it, right? If it works, keep it. To each his own. If you got a lot of time, you be my guest. But that's the thing you need to change and check again and again and again. And in the meantime, I'm gonna pause, right? Because it's halfway there. It's that time again, right? Test. The things I've tested over and over and over again to just get one thing straight. And it's normal. So, if patience is not your thing, don't become an ISO builder. Move. Action. Next. I want to click. Better take Belgium. And let's pause. The moment of truth. Truth. Will I see? Wow. Oof. That's done. Finally. 1 hour and 50 minutes. right? Could have made it faster if I had looked at the Carly, right? But that's what you do. Investigate, try again, compare, read, test again. And there you go. You got yourself a system. And you can do a sudo pacman -syyu. In this case, in this ISO, the repos of ArcoLinux are present, and the others, they're not present, and so on. Now, if you think this is finished for me, yeah, no, it's not finished. If you have one ISO, so my suggestion, if you become an ISO builder, stick to one ISO, right? Less work, but I have so many what ifs. So this is one, that's one, that's one, that's one, that's another one, that's another one, that's one. All of these need to be changed. That means that this one is the only one that works. Oh yeah, our Calamares works. So we can say to the package build, let's build our Calamares because it takes a while to let this thing build. So that's something that's can be checked. We know that it works. So that's that. So let's continue the cleaning. Let's go for a long video, right? A long video. This works. I think I need to do a cleanup. This does not exist anymore. RG ALCI Calamares config ButterFS. The idea was there that ButterFS was the default. So you can set in Calamares what you want, or just something you want. That's not helpful. So I don't think we use it, but right, this one we do. Compare. So what did we change? What's the difference between 3.2.61 and 3.3? This is, well, this is rubbish. This was not rubbish. This design, capital S. Don't want to see all that, Eric. You do want to see a little bit less. Not that. Only differences. So in the README, and there it says no desktop. Mount configuration stuff. Yep, that's new. Locale. Well, actually, they're all new. Locale.conf. Grub. So we still have an overview. This is the part in the video where you see that's the difference, right? That's the difference. That's it. So all of these, right mouse click, copy to the left. They're there. That's done. Figured it out, right? Same thing here. Now we can do it a little bit quicker. The max is 3. Compare. So I can just copy paste. I think I can, but let's be sure, because copy pasting is dangerous. Fun and dangerous. You don't have the debug button. Styling. Good to see. So this is different. Copy pasting is not allowed. This is the hardened Linux kernel. That's the Linux LTS kernel. That's not okay. This is of course new. So yeah, copy to the right. Copy to the right. This one as well. Copy to the right. Copy to the right. This one stay off. Packages are different. Here we have Linux kernels that we need to get rid of because we have LTS. That's something we don't do in ArcoLinux. That's the decision to have two, or failback, right? Fail safe. But here we decide to get rid of the Linux kernel. If we have the LTS, if we have the hard, if we have the XenMod. And we are getting our correct kernels in. And the settings, prompt install true. It's different, I see. Why did we do that different here in hardened? If this is set to true, Calamares will show an "Are you sure" prompt. Yeah, let's do a prompt. Are you sure? Let's do that. Prompt install true. So it's a message saying, hey, are you sure you want to overwrite this? There's gonna be problems. And you say yes, of course. Compare. So true it is for all of them. We were around here, I think. So we can do this. Well, actually this, I think. Let's see, compare. Yep. So branding description, I can just copy paste them. All right. Ah, copy left I did. Copy to the right. Copy to the right and whoa, copy to the right. This is again important. This is the Calamares configuration pure. So the purest of Arch you can imagine. So yeah, we want to have Linux and Linux Zenmods. We stay clear of those. We do have, oh yeah, SDDM is removed, right? So this is pure, meaning it's a black screen you get. You don't get anything, and all these helpers, they're all gone. So that's okay. And we clean a little bit more to get really a pure ALCI, make a pure Arch script. Everything is gone, 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 gone. Like it would be a pure Arch installation. So true it is. Oh, true it is, and true it is. Sometimes I do a super F, go in here, refresh, super F, and take a look again. And all is well. So that leaves us Zen. Zen and Def. Let's have a look. Compare. Copy to the right. Copy to the right. Copy to the right. This one has Zen kernel. And the Linux kernel is gone then. And Zen kernel. And true. Save. Done. I don't know how long that took, but it takes as long as it takes. Push to all ALCIs. That's an easy little script. That's gonna check. Give me everything. Calamares 3.3, right? And it's gonna go through the directory structure and it's gonna push everything with that text that I've given him. He's gonna push everything online. The Calamares config def, there's just one file that we copy paste over, and that's unchanged actually. But these guys, you can follow them. That's what I do in the meantime while it's doing its work. I'm gonna recheck my work. So okay, that's changed, that's changed, that's changed from false to true, and all new stuff is there. Check, right? You can actually drag this to here and check again. That's the one we didn't make, eh? That's the one config .fs. I don't think we need that one anymore. You see? Visually, it should contain all the same changes and the files and the changes. Often is already by looking at it that you say, looks good. You don't have to read everything, but visually you see it. Everything is going online. Also the what is this? The repo, the package build. That's the package build. And I might have made a mistake here. Yeah, error trace. It's too large, he says. You want to try large file storage. Ah, we can fix our stuff. That's something I don't like to do, this one. Sometimes that happens if you have the package builds. If you take a look at that, remember what we did. We just launched Calamares, but this is there as well. This one, right? It's now on the repo. That's that. That's good. Although, what's this? So let's see. The repo should have something new. This one from 10 o'clock 47, and it is now. That's possible, right? So that's okay. I can delete this. The problem is, however, that this guy is here, and it's now broken my Calamares, my GitHub push. That's clean. That's clean. Let's see if I can push. That will not work. Git reset hard. Was that the thing that we need to do? There you go. 105 megabyte. That's the problem. Git reset hard. I think I should not have tried to push it again and do git reset hard immediately, Eric. That's what you did wrong, I think. Hate this. Hate this. Just happens once or twice per year, and then you think again, what? How was it again? Let's see. Here we go, over the 90. Wow. That was through the sound barrier. It was. Git reset hard, and then reset a few things. There. Git reset, complained. I'll explain better. Complain, yeah, I'm complaining. The horror, right? The horror. Git reset. I don't want to mess with you. I don't want to mess you. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? Just want to delete the GitHub, create again, and push again, because it's in the cache, right? It's the cache file somewhere. The pack here, somewhere in the objects. I'll give it a few seconds. I'll check my ArcoLinux ISO builder and see. All right, let's see if Google helped me. It's actually Stack Overflow. Git what? Git reset hard That we have already, so GRH. But then I think it's 2 commits ago. And if I read this correctly, it should be this sign 2. Okay. Let's see. This I can do because I'm alone on this repo. Nobody's working with me, right? Wow, I think it's solved. And the question is, of course, shouldn't I have copy pasted first out our Calamares? This one is there, and that's not the def. That's version 6. I think we're good. The only way to know is to test, but I have to build anyway and test anyway. So inside the building, now first of all, alphabetically again, inside the building, I have built all ALCI Calamares configs. Okay. All right. That's okay. I don't think I need this one, so I'm gonna delete you for once and for always. Sure, Eric? Yeah, sure. Okay. Then you should also stop referring to it here as well. And we can delete it on the GitHub later. So this one needs to be built. And the reference was 4. Okay, let's take 4 then. So ls build me all the ALCI Calamares configs. Ooh, what a number. It's already 2304 and the number is 01. Shall I continue? Yes, please. So it's gonna build everything, delete everything, move everything. So I don't have to do all the work. And all you do is keep track of coloring. If you see something red, you say, ooh, have a look at that. See that the numbering is correct. So it's moved somewhere. Is it there? Really? Is it? So this one is the old one. This one should... I deleted something wrong. Trash. I deleted something I shouldn't be deleting. This one, I think. Restore. That's an old one. That's an old one. Old one. I think that's okay. So this one is an old one. That will go. Calamares config is old. Let's do it manually so we can check our work. That's old. That's old. 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 What's this? Oh yeah, that's Calamares itself. That's the application. Yep, we're good. What's this? Grub theme. Yeah, chaotic ring is an old ring, of course. Yeah, we can update always. You go to computer, file system, var, cache, Pacman, packages, chaotic keyring. The one I have is actually still valid. Let's see. It is. Yeah. I don't know why I'm hesitating. It is the latest. So the mirror list is this one, 0, 3, 2. And we got all this. That's the last one, right? Well, this one. Yep. Control C, Control V. So this one is from a month ago. And the keyring. Keyring. Often they don't change. But 222.08.05. So Control C, Control V. That's new. CBK comp is not that important, but we can have a look if we're looking. We're looking. 210, voila, 210. Downgrade is unimportant as well. But if we're looking, there's already a new reference, new package here. That one is out. Sublime Text often has new versions. This one is new enough, right? This is the same number. And that's quickly having a look at some of the packages, which is nothing, right? Have a look, it's nothing, and I can cut down on packages. That's no fun. Off we go. Two hours and 12 minutes. If you think it's finished, it's not. YouTube will have a blast with my video. But check it out, right? Calamares is here, so the delete mode of the old one. And then we have Calamares config. The 0 ones have to be changed in 04 ones. And 3 is out. Rename it to 4. Check, check, check. Always check, check. And here are the changes of the code of the applications. And now I can't go immediately. Yes, you can push it again. Like I said, it won't help you one bit. Will not push GitHub in showing your packages any sooner. You gotta be patient. Then maybe let's do that in the meantime. Since I don't like repetitive work, we have scripts. Build them all, right? Build them all. Remove anything I have already in there and those out folders. These are the ones I would like to build. The folders, the directories. Go inside that particular directory, in that name. Go inside that directory. Then just say that's number 1, build number 1. Go inside the name, the folder, cd inside. Go inside installation scripts folder and start building. Done building, okay, move up one level, go back here, move back, move, loop, 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 right? For next loop. Simple. You can write this too. The thing is, you can't be too quick about it. So let's delete Calamares config ButterOS. Oh, there are other things I need to check. Oh, Eric, you forgot some things. What did I forget? Well, first of all, let's do the cleanup. Let's do it on here. Let's Let's see if I can. This one, nope. This one, nope. That one, nope. This one, nope. This one, nope. Okay. Let's first remove everything. What I want to do is go to ALCI. That's that. Then to the GitHub, to the code. Easy, right? And the sign-in needs to be done. What I'm gonna do is remove the .rfs. I'll just go to my other computer, right? And remove this guy. Let's pause. So, coming back from the other computer, that has been removed. So that's no longer there. That's clean up. That's something we needed to do. Then, the thing I remembered is the fact that the code for 3.3, this can go, is all good and well, but these guys have different systems on them. Accept all, where they have this overview. We can build this anywhere we want. Procedure is this, GitHub is this. So this one has SZDM. Let's check all the SZDMs. SZDM. So nowhere LightDM. That's important. Okay. Now I need to know the desktop. The pure has no desktop. This was XFCE. This does not have a desktop. But this is Mate, Cinnamon, and Plasma, and again XFCE. So this I don't need to touch. This is gonna work. The others, LTS is Mate. Why is it important? I tell them to start with something. I think I better change that. I'm just thinking, is it really necessary or not? That's the only thing I'm thinking now. And session executable, right? What was it again? GitHub.com, ArcoLinux, Calamares, Mate. Yep, it's gonna work. Mate session, Mate and Mate session. So Mate session, save. That's one down. That's one down. So we've got that one. Zen is, that was LTS, eh? File, save as, that was LTS. Okay. Zen. And then we have Zen. What executable does that thing use? A long thing and Cinnamon. Save. So that was Zen. Then we have Plasma, that's the hardened kernel. The hardened kernel. Plasma. Plasma. Start KDE. KDE. Was the other one Plasma? Yep. Save. These three were done. This one needs to be, I'm thinking, I better check the code. So this one is done. So that means I have the ALCI ISO and the pure. And the rest is okay. Okay. So that means I have to investigate somewhere else. Here's a place. I have to investigate the ALCI ISO. This one is going to do what? It's going to do all that. And Git, let's do again Perl. ALCI DWM. So, and the other guy. Where am I now? Okay, ALCI ISO. And the other guy was the pure. Same thing. ALCI DWM, I think. Don't think. Check. ALCI DWM is here. We go here, we go here, we go here. It's called DWM, Eric. And also DWM. Okay. That means that I go away, go back. Where was I? Go in here. ALCI Calamares, etc. Modules, Display Manager, DWM. Desktop file, DWM. Save. Like this. And then the pure. You're out, eh? Did I not delete this guy? You're out now. Here's the pure. DWM, save. How about this? If I compare between these three guys, he's gonna say that the display manager differs. DWM, starting to say, KDE. Okay. And I compare these guys, he's gonna say Mate, pure, DWM, yes. And that's XFC, that's correct. And this guy, these three. Ah yeah, that was Cinnamon, right. Okay, push everything to the internet. Correct display manager. Let's hope that's correct. Anything else? Nope. If you want to learn how to make package builds and all that, wallpaper is actually an easy way to get to grips with how can I get this on my system. That one of the easiest thing, because it doesn't have any, it's not an application, you don't have to build it or sudo make install it or anything like that. It's just a file somewhere. So that's a good way to start. Okay, that's that. Building is one thing. Well, pushing to the GitHub is one thing, building is another. So build all ISOs, to look at the number 1. So I'm gonna take number 2 now. Up the number, I always say. 2304 and then 02. Yes, please. We have to run it again to get ButterFS out. This is all it takes to make an ISO from ALCI. That's it. And it's just because we have all kind of kernels. This is to develop, and this is for the users, and this is because we made a lot of kernels, but we don't need those. So if you remove all of that from your eyesight, these guys and these guys, you have a lot less. And the wallpapers, you don't need the wallpapers. Really you don't. Nor do you need this one. This is an idea of our own, to have our own system. It's not DWM, it's actually ALC DWM. All right, anyway, let's build, check. Build, that's true. I need to put everything back online as well, because of the get all ALCI. I think that's this one. It's that one that gets copy pasted over, if I'm not mistaken. Push to all ALCIs. He's copy pasting that one over. Yeah, so that one. Okay, so no ButterFS, it's gone. It's gone. No ButterFS. Right? And every single one of those will have the correct script to get all of this in. That's for convenience sake for you guys. So just with this text, you get all of what you see here. You get it in. Except ButterFS does not exist anymore, because when we do our drop down, we get all the choices we want. ButterFS is among them. And if you want to make it default, yeah, you need to change something in Calamares saying you can't use anything else but ButterFS. That's taking away some freedom, but that's a choice, and that's your choice as an ISO builder. So, as you see, everything gets copy pasted over. New stuff, the package builds. So what you'll see after watching this video, during watching this video, what I have, you have. It's online. You can immediately get cracking, so to speak. So that's that. Yep, okay. We've waited long enough, I hope. There's only one way to know it, and that's actually to start building, but let's use this one and see what number we get in. Stop. We get in 3.3, that's okay. This is not okay, I think. Should not be a higher number. So ALCI is 4.1. I think we have a bigger number. Oh, oh, oh. Maybe I should push it to the internet. There's an idea. So that's why the workflow, right? That's why I like this setup with CHA-DWM, because you can keep the workflow going. Then first this, then the second one, then the third one, and the fourth one. And if you forget things, why aren't there any more? Shouldn't there be more than this? 4, 5, he says. You know what the deal is, right? It does not cost any money to build an ISO, to build packages. So if you're in doubt, like I'm in doubt now, this is the package build. This is number 2. I saw number 5 there. So I'm gonna go for number 10, right? Number 10, because we were working on the dev version, and the dev version is now switched, but we were probably somewhere in number 4 already. As you just saw, there is a reference to number 4 and number 5. So I'm gonna jump to number 10, because I'll be wasting my life with this. And why? Because it doesn't cost you any money. Just go and build number 10. Then you know that if you go here, all of them should have number 10. And otherwise, you're not doing it correctly. So this is number 2 and 10. Okay. Number 5. Look at that. And number 10. Number 2. Okay. Number 2. Okay. Number 2. Okay. Number 2. Okay. And this is how easy it is, right? Doesn't cost you any money, but it will cost you time. And that's frustrating, to be honest. And that's also part of being an ISO builder. But we avoid it if we can. And this is what I would like to see. Voila, a long list. All of them changed. All Calamares are changed. We're now in 3.3. 3.3 of 2023, right? March 21. That was the last bit of code they put out, so almost a month ago. And then we have to wait. This thing needs to GitHub needs to get cracking. Let's remove some things. The browser is always handy. And then I'll just do my make them all script. But first I need to know if the packages are in. So all of those guys are all Calamares. That's our configuration. This is our own DWM thingy, rather than having XFCE, Plasma and stuff like that. We've called it ALCI DWM. That's our grub theme that we created. Right. We even gave, this may be interesting to know, we even gave you this. And all you need to go to is the text. here inside and say, no, mine is something else. I have a better name than ALCI. I have awesome name. Now with awesome exists. Let's take something white. I don't know. I do not know is my name for my distro. Some tips about that. Google. See that the words do not offend anybody, that the search engines find words, that there are no big companies nearby or lawsuits that can pop up, things that can be a nuisance. Check it out. What is the name? What does it stand for in other languages? Does it mean anything in another language? And then most importantly, are there Facebook pages already? Are there all the social media pages already? Are there websites that you want to buy? Are there Discord servers you want to set up, or Telegram things? And I mean, go as wide as possible and have a look and choose your name wisely, because you can't change the name later. Another tip, don't use the word Arch, right? They don't like it. ArcoLinux don't like it. So we have asked the permission, and basically what we've done is, we found a website somewhere that said, translate me the word Arch. And Arca was there, Arco was there, voila, done. And they gave their okay with it, and that's done. And we changed from Arch merge to ArcoLinux, and that was that. So don't use the word Arch, basically, and you'll be fine. So there's lots of information in here to create your own ISOs based on your own kernel, right? All different kernels, different desktops, different, well, not different display manager, right? SDM, LiDM is not covered here. It is covered in Carly, I think, because Carly started, I think, at first with LiDM and then switched to SDM. So you can find info there. Here are all the package builds, the repos, and that's not needed at all. Why do we even keep this thing? What's this? Beautiful wallpapers. Unimportant. But it gave us some time to explain some things, and we do hope that GitHub is ready to receive my request to build an ALCI ISO and give me the new packages. Tell me. Oh yeah, baby. Number 10 is there. That means I stop everything. Why? Well, unless, no, not unless. Let's kill everything. I'm gonna build them all. Right? I need to test all of them. I need to build all of them. So I'll just build all of them. Build them all. And voila. Off it goes. Everything is cleaned out. So here's nothing, there's nothing, there's nothing, there's nothing, there's nothing, there's nothing there. Check. And in no time I'll have my ISOs pop out. And then I still have to install them in my system. So I just want to quick test this here. ALCI Calamares dev should be number 10. ALCI Calamares dev is number 10. And you're using 3.3, the dev version in this case. So this one, the dev version is only used in this ISO. It's to test, to play. Okay, everything done. Everything goes to the other ISOs. That's, I think, the best idea for you to have some kind of test repo and some packages that are called dev development or some other name. Nemesis often I use in ArcoLinux, right? Then that's for me. I know it's testing. Try it out, and if everything works, we move. It's now 2 hours and 40 minutes. I mean, I can go for the records of recording or something like that, but we're not going to. Wow. So what I'll do after this video has finished, I'll have a lot of ISOs, right? And all these ISOs have a little place. They have a little place. And they have, no, not the right button. This one, right? I'm gonna go for this, but rather than using it again, I'm gonna delete everything. I saw there were some improvements in the template. Voila. So my template for the next systems will be, this is an error these days. Out you go. System looking good. Processor looking good. Acceleration, display, VMS, VGA these days. And good, right? Storage, audio, do I want it? I'll test it. Well, no, I won't test it. I will test it. Okay, I'll test it. Right? Your decision. Was it enough, Eric? You were too quick, I think. No, that's good. Show in full screen. No, I think that's okay. Voila. And this will be my clone for the out ISO. And this will be my clone for the Zen ISO. And this will be my clone for the hardened, the nut, and there's the Zen. Done that already. LTSN. What else? So the ISOs are here. That's one. That's what I call the out. The dev version. The dev version, hardened, LTS, pure. And the dev is there. Hardened is there. LTS is there. Pure Xenmod. We forgot Xenmod. Clone. The Xenmods. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Check. All right. We're ready to go. So we have to wait till everything is built and they will pop out. I think this is the first one, is the dev out. So I'll put it here and I'll see when I can start. But since this is quite CPU intensive, I'll do my VirtualBox installations later, because take a look at glances. Glances is not there. GoTop is there. It's 100%, right? The CPUs are burning. How hot are they? Well, it's okay, right? But still, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. And I'm recording as well. How is he doing all that? Beautiful. All right. That's it for me. I'm just gonna put this video online. It's gonna go on the ALCI.online website, telling you moving from ArcoLinux, from Calamares 3.2.61 to 3.3. All right. Cheers.